Harry Potter fans. I have a few questions.
Questions that need answering.
The Mending Charm. What the spell is going on here? I'm not saying I don't know what it does. I mean, it repairs things. Kind of obvious. And the series was quick to show you its casting in action.
Oculus Reparo.
But what I'm wondering is how? Who? Where? And when, even? Because as far as I'm concerned, Reparo is a dumber spell than Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra is an insta-kill. Pretty simple. I get that. But Reparo restores things to... what? Their natural state? Their original state? Their proper state? Or their previous state? State of Wisconsin? The way in which the spell appears to work in the series gives me the impression that something, whether it's the witch or the whatchamacallit, has some kind of memory, with an unseen and unknown origin, that tells the spell how to fix whatever. Where does the concept of the object's correct state come from? How do you know that casting Reparo on a broken Hot Wheels won't just send it back to China? What's to stop a simple glass cup from turning into uncooked sand? Somebody broke the sand by turning it into glass. Or a broken door? What's to stop that from reverting back to a tree? Magic? Oh!
Sorry about that.
The movie that best showcases this spell is Harry Potter and the Half-Baked Mystery. I mean Half-Blood Prince. Book 6 out of 7, but I give it a 4.
I mean, it's alright.
Before we get on the train, we see Dumbledore perfectly restore Slughorn's home down to restocking the books and vinyls that were on the shelves. All I'm wondering is, how do the books know where to go? Or is Dumbledore not actually restoring them, but merely thinking that's where they belong? Additionally, slightly askew picture frames are not broken. Unless you're Adrian Monk, but he wasn't British enough to be here.
It's perfect. It's immaculate.
Suppose we enter ancient tombs, or somebody else's house. How does anything know where everything goes? What if somebody uses a broken bridge as the support for their less than temporary shelter, and then say that that shelter crumbles? What would Reparo do? Would it repair the shelter? Or the entirely built bridge from before? What about rust or water damage? Or is that too much accretion over time? Say what you want about Avada Kedavra being a stupid spell that kills creativity, at least I know what it specifically does. What if the situation is in a Fallout-like environment where condemned, crumbling buildings are a part of the proper state of the community? Does the universe know the difference between incidentally broken down and accidentally broken? Is accidental even a factor? A bomb is intentional, so is ransacking someone's home. So why would the charm understand the need to fix something if people can disagree about what's truly broken? Would the Mending Charm work on Roman Siegner's buckets? Like, would they go back to a stack, or would they not have holes in them? I've just learned that this is something called process art, which I gotta say, that's a pretty convenient excuse I could use at my disposal whenever I decide to, you know, renovate my local bank. Now maybe I can understand a little witch specifying the spell to only Reparo the Oculuses, since she would have an idea of what the glasses ought to be, so it's not much of a stretch to believe that she just wills that the glasses go to a non-broken state. But then again, neither one of these moments are even in the books, so thanks for nothing, Steve. You made an interesting character more annoying by making her less annoying.
You're Harry Potter. I'm Hermione Granger. And you are?
Ron Weasley.
Pleasure.
But that's not even the worst of it. The existence of this spell makes me wonder why I should worry or care over the wear and tear. The same movie that begins with Dumbledore's Mendy Bendy Chicken Tendy ends with one of the villains smashing through the Great Hall, breaking all the windows. Oh no, if only we had a Mending Charm that would completely reverse this vandalism. Oh wait, they do! When you have an ability like this in a story, it creates problems. The kind of problems that led to my wife making a joke that I found pretty funny. Scenario: what's to stop Hermione and Ron from just doing this? Accio Eldawand! Reparo! Like, look, magic systems are like time travel rules. It's very fun, but it's also very sticky. And don't you come at me with, well, the books say that Reparo only fixes the outside of the wand, but not the core, so it's not going to work. Because basically what you're saying is, those spells don't work on wands!
Unless you've got power!
Because apparently Harry was able to use the Elder Wand to repair his older broken wand, and it worked, because Elder Wand is just that powerful. Makes you wonder why he didn't just use it on the Resurrection Stone so it actually worked, but you know, that's the point. The point is, writing a magic system is difficult work. Hell, writing is difficult work. And I can't knock JK for having too much money, because you guys gave it to her.
Pow.
She earned it for being prolific and creative. I admire that, and I describe myself with one of those words, so I don't want to be too harsh when roasting something in Harry Potter, because Rowling has done what I want to do, but just haven't. The work.
Work.
Still, there is a point where there ought to be some creative chastity. Restrain yourself, you know? I mean, the denoming scene from Chamber of Secret is great. I love it. The description of what the other cursed books can do to you, awesome. The potential is insane for fun, adventures, and a whole bunch of it was realized. But that same overflow of ideas can lead to inconsistencies, or oops, I didn't think of these, that weaken the intellectual worth of your intellectual property. If I seek to write my own novel, then I don't want to miss, so I'm learning. And likely so are you. I hope you had some fun exploring with me the logical outcomes of the systems, theories, and worlds that we may invent. Incentivis Maxima. This used to be a back massager.